It's the classic recipe for an accident. One car, one motorcycle, one intersection. But what you do on a motorcycle can actually invite that car to pull out in front of you. This week on MCrider, let's find out how. Hello, my name is Kevin Morris. I'm a professional motorcycle instructor here in North Texas and also release weekly training videos here on this YouTube channel, MCrider. MCrider is supported by our friends on Patreon. Here's some exciting news coming real soon for our friends on Patreon. Learning to ride a motorcycle well doesn't just happen here. It happens here. Whether you're developing your skills in a classroom or on a lonely parking lot, it takes dedication. It takes time. It's always been the goal of MCrider to get you off of your couch and onto a parking lot where you can learn by repetition and trial and error. That's why I'm proud to announce to the patrons of MCrider the MCrider Field Guide, bringing the best of MCrider to your mobile phone in a format that will be easy to use and make your training time more focused and beneficial. To thank you for your support, the Field Guide will be available to every patron of MCrider. For more information on becoming a patron, go to mcrider.com/support. I bet if you were to read the transcripts from interviews at accident scenes between a motorcycle and car, they would most often sound like this.
Officer, I swear, I never saw him. That dude pulled right out in front of me.
Both of which are probably true. But the purpose of this video is not to assign blame for the accident, because what really matters is avoiding the accident in the first place, not who is at fault. So what can you do as a motorcyclist before the intersection to lessen your chance of having to be involved in an accident in the first place? Motorcycles are hard to see because they have a small profile. It's much harder to judge the entry speed and the distance to a small object than it is a larger one. Plus, motorcycles get lost visually in all the busyness that happens at an intersection. So how can we avoid this on a motorcycle? Well, first, separation and following distance. That general 2 to 3 following distance is one of the biggest things that you can do. And I've thought that this was fairly common sense in the motorcycle community, but I've been kind of surprised by some of the comments that I've seen on previous MCrider videos where we've talked about following distance. Some riders have commented that you need to stay close to the vehicle in front of you to keep the car from cutting you off. Well, the problem is not one of motivation from the car. The problem is they don't see you. And their inability to see you is made much worse when you're following on the bumper of the car in front of you. Separation from you and the traffic around you makes you on a motorcycle much easier to see. So not only does following on the bumper of the car in front of you make you harder to see, but it gives you less time to react if and when they do pull out in front of you. So our separation or following distance from the cars in front of us can make us easier to see. But there's another important aspect that really comes into play when we're approaching an intersection. That's lane position. So how does our lane position affect a car's ability to see us and avoid pulling out in front of us? As a car driver, let's say you approach an intersection like this. You're stopped at the intersection, you're waiting to make a left-hand turn, and you see a white car coming in the opposite direction. But if we look at this same intersection from the top, what we don't see is the motorcycle riding right on the bumper of the white car, and he's placed himself in a blind spot to the black car because of where his lane position is on the road. The driver of that black car is likely to just check this intersection once, maybe twice, but as soon as that white car is through the intersection, he's going to make a left-hand turn. So as a smart motorcycle rider, we're not only going to move back in this situation but we're going to move over so that we're not creating blind spots for the other drivers around us. By moving over and back, we put ourselves in a much better position to be seen, and if the black car still doesn't see us and makes the left-hand turn, we're in a much better position to avoid running into the side of it. But even with doing everything we can at an intersection to make ourselves more visible, you can see how much harder we are to see than the traffic on the roadway. More riders die at intersections than at any other place on the road. These two tips won't make every intersection safe, but they will increase your odds of being seen as you approach an intersection. If you found this video useful, I hope you'll consider becoming a patron of ours on Patreon. You can go to mcrider.com/support for more information. And until next week, guys, this is Kevin with MCrider, and we'll see you on the road.